Mix the old with the new, you got me. Are you smoking, are you sipping on codeine? I might be. Bing, potion, hocus pocus, yeah. This some nice weed. Body moving in slow motion, I can't wear no tight jeans. Yeah. I got a solo.
Hey. What's going on, beautiful people? Y'all gotta bear with me today. My voice kind of screwed up. You know what I mean? Been doing a whole lot of talking, rapping, talking over music, all kind of extra stuff, but just bear with me. The show must go on. But yeah, it's another episode of 109.3 Gramz, The Pull Up, with your boy Ricky Prince. And today's topic is about never giving up on anybody or anything that you love. Yeah, because love don't come easy, you know what I'm saying? And love, you know, it has its ups and downs, whether we talking relationships, friendships, family, or just life in general. But that's the way it's supposed to go, because we all know that life is only a ride. So we're going to deal with the ups, the downs, the twists, the turns, the obstacles. But we get through. This shall pass too. But it's important that we understand why we love what we love. And it's also important that we keep what we love pure at heart and to ourselves at heart. Like, it ain't everybody's business to know what you love and why you love something. Just like anything that you are passionate about, you should lead by example. You know what I'm saying? And you know, let people see what you love and why you love it by what you do and who and what you are being. You know what I mean? Because love is eternal. That's why I don't understand how people love people one minute and hate them the next. Like, I can understand you might dislike something about a person or dislike a few attributes in their personality, but to say that you hate them after you don't said you love them, that just don't sit right with me. You know what I mean? You might have a hateful feeling towards a part of them that just, boy, I feel like, it be like there were people in our own family that we close to. But you don't go kill them. You don't set nobody up to kill them. And then you do got some people out there who real petty and fucked up in their head like that. They do that. And you got to pray for them people. Straight up. But on another note, love is pure. Love is eternal. Love is all there is. And love can have a hold on you. And if the love is the type of love that you use for like filling voids and benefits, then I'm not going to say it's a temporary love, but it's a hang-up kind of love, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool too, for you to love what you love, but never become so attached to something that you love that's not beneficial to you, that's not working for you, that's not giving you a love response in return. You get what I'm saying? And that's people, places, or things. If it don't correspond to your nature or your love for it, then you passionate about the wrong thing. We can't tell you what to love and be passionate about, but clearly if it's not working for you and going against you or causing you all kind of issues and problems, that ain't the kind of love that you need to be chasing due to the things that you facing. You feel me? So the love that I'm speaking of is like the love that gives you respect in return, that responds to your theme song of life, that respond to your characteristics and your personalities, your beliefs, your chemistry, things of that nature. And so let's say you working towards opening a business, working towards finding your soulmate, whatever it may be, bettering your career, and you doing things that you love to do. So it seems like you're working a little harder and it's taking a little bit more time and taking up a little bit more of your money. But you know you got to push through and break through to see through this thing, because if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. And you know you're not just doing it to be seen or doing it to be popular or doing it to fit in. You're doing it because this is what you love to do. You're doing it because it makes you feel good. You're doing it because you find peace when doing it. You're doing it because you love the response that you get from other people, whether you're selling it or because they just give you compliments and advice and friendly criticism when needed. These are the things that I'm talking about. So you continue to better yourself, elevate, you know, upgrade yourself in whatever that you're doing that you love and you're passionate about. So you might put a time limit on your goal, or you might skip things in your plan. You might take shortcuts. You might take other people's advice along the way and ignore your own. and get to a point where, you know, you get overwhelmed with everything and you start just looking at it like, maybe it's too late. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm not supposed to do this. You know, all the little voice stuff that you hear in your mind. That ain't the big boy voice. That ain't the put your pants on and pull up and get it done voice. That's the be scared. Yeah, you ain't got what it take. See, I told you this ain't for you. That's that lower energy that we call the devil. You know what I'm saying? And when you start listening to that, then you become full of fear. And love don't sit in like it's supposed to, even though it's always there. That's why you can always go back to it. But when you get lost in your ego and your feelings and you start developing fear from the unknown of what you can't see, because now you done lost sight in your faith, now you all over the place. Now you blaming yourself. Now you feeling guilty. And when you put yourself in a position like that, guess what's going to happen? All the people that started after you doing what you doing or start looking into what you doing, they're going to pass you. All the people that you talked about and that you hated on or that you hated, period, because you felt like your work was better or because you felt like you were a better person or they don't deserve this, I do, they're going to keep on getting things over you. And then another thing that's going to happen, you might fall behind, you know what I'm saying, and you got to play catch up again. And when I say all this, I'm not speaking on no level of competition, because it should never be about competition. You will begin to blame other people, then you go from that transitional stage to blaming yourself and accepting accountability, and then you start wanting revenge for all the people who talked about you, gave up on you, or made you realize that you gave up on yourself, so now you want to prove people wrong. And then from there, you get back in your mode because you realize that it was only you that was stopping yourself this entire time. Regardless of how you felt about anybody else or what anybody else was doing or anything that's going on, you stop. And you don't want to do that. You must stay consistent. You must stay optimistic. You must stay open-minded. You know what I'm saying? You must stay approachable when dealing with business and the things that you love. We ain't just talking about periodically now, because you know you don't never know what people be up to. So you got to keep your third eye open at all times. But I'm just saying, like, don't keep this wall up because this project didn't work out, or because this relationship didn't work out, or this partnership didn't work out, or this job didn't work out. God got so much more to offer. The Most High has so much more to offer. You know what I'm saying? Allah have so much more to offer. Whatever you call them, I'm with you. But so are they. So is it. He, she. The divine energy, super intelligent, supreme consciousness, which travel through us all, throughout our energy in this universe. Love is all there is. Embrace it. Face it. Don't waste it. Taste it. It's a beautiful feeling. You know what I mean? It's okay to be human because we have to be in this dimension. Enjoy the human lifestyle, man, but enjoy the good because you have a choice. Like Albert Einstein said, you can look at this environment as a hostile one, or you can look at it as a friendly one. That's your choice. And based on how you look at it is how you're going to perceive everything else. I know this is a beautiful place. Of course, a lot of bad things go on that's out of my control, baby. But I'm going to pray to the Most High. I'm going to be the opposite of what I don't like. But I'm not going to condemn it nor hate it, because I understand that there is always a greater plan. And that greater plan was spun out of the spiral vortex of love, man. Love is a beautiful thing. Love ain't got nothing to do with being whack, lame, soft, none of that, man. It got everything to do with being intuitive, passionate, vulnerable, one, in tune, you know what I'm saying? Vibrating high, togetherness, intact, connected. So you should be like that with all of the things that you're trying to do and want to do in life, because those are your dreams, and your dreams come from your imagination. And your imagination comes from the image that you see of yourself. That's why it start off with image nation. It's your image or whatever you see your life being like, including yourself and the things in it. That's love, man, living off of valuable experiences. And every experience is valuable because they all teach lessons and they all bring blessings. Unless you can't admit your confessions. But don't get me start rapping and preaching up in here. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm just saying love is everything and you can't give up on it because that is your birthright. That is your DNA. That is what makes you different. And that's what you're supposed to be expressing to keep your soul alive. We supposed to always create, and out of our creation become inventions that we was passionate about and that we love, and that love is an energy that goes out to the whole world as a love vibration. Every invention that Steve Jobs done created, that man was passionate about that thing, so we can feel it when we use his products. You know what I'm saying? You can tell when somebody's product or they cooking ain't have no love in it. It's the same way in all the relationships that we have with humans. So the relationship that you have with everything that you've seen, that you being, that you're doing, and that you're pursuing, be connected and keep going and keep pushing. Because it's only when you stop that the plan was whack. You got to make us believe as well as yourself. Like, wow. But they never gave up. Some things that you love and that you are passionate about, one day, in some cases, you might outgrow. You know, you might have another calling, you might have another interest, something might happen in life that shifts your vibration, you know what I'm saying? But it's all a part of your destiny, and those wouldn't necessarily be things that you would give up on, but those would be things that you would release and let go because it no longer fits the vibration that you're vibrating on or the person that you're becoming. Because we move from different roles based on our characteristics, our personality, and our experiences. You get what I'm saying? So that wouldn't be quitting something like somebody giving up on cigarettes. Like, you're not a quitter for that. Somebody giving up on the street, like, you ain't no quitter for that. Somebody giving up on jumping from women to women, you ain't no quitter for that. Somebody giving up rapping to play basketball or vice versa, you ain't no quitter for that. You just love one stronger than the other, and evidently you felt like you couldn't balance them both. So you had to make a choice, and you chose the greater one that fits you and your purpose and your inner calling. And that's all good. So just keep that with y'all, man. And I'm forever with y'all. You know what I mean? Pure talk.